Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at My Bloody Valentine, okay, a Canadian film released in 1933. Like Black Miners, My Bloody Valentine sets itself apart by having working class characters who are young adults instead of high school students. High school students instead of young adults. If you're ready for that, then I am too. So let's get to our minors. The movie begins in just when you think you're about to see two good old-fashioned miners, one of them starts stripping down, and that bod don't look dopey at all. Shoving their miner against some kind of metal. It's 2 days before Valentine's Day, and these miners are clocking out for the day. Such dirty boys. Their miners better hit the shower. While scrubbing down and definitely looking at each other's dicks, they talk about the town's upcoming miners' day party. With a name like that, you know this place is gonna celebrate Valentine's Day with a big old dance, and that's why all the miner girlfriends, they're not under 18, they're the girlfriends of the miners. The town hasn't had a V-Day dance in 20 years because of an as-of-yet unknown tragedy that happened back then. But this lady Mabel doesn't let him put a damper on her excitement. Maybe her enthusiasm will be quelled by a dead miner falling on her. Just kidding, that dude ain't a miner. No! Mayor Hanniger reprimands him, then goes inside, which instantly upsets his son TJ, who's recently returned to town after having failed to make it big out of miners. Even worse, TJ's ex-miner, his girlfriend Sarah, started his bro Axel while he was gone. Tough break, dude. On his way out the door, TJ bumps into Billy Mace, played by James A. Janice. That night at the Cage, a kinky miner bar, bartender Happy gives off some crazy Ralph vibes as he tells the movie's backstory to the audience and this barfly who looks like he stumbled in from 20 years ago, the town had a big old Valentine's Day dance that was so bumpin', these two miners dipped out early to hit James A. Janice up. Since they didn't check the methane levels on their way out, James A. Janice trapped 5 miners underground, all while the dance went on and the supervisors laughed and drank. The rescuers found one of the miners, Harry Warden, still alive, having survived on a healthy diet of miner forearm. Again, that's the forearm of an underage child, not of a mining dude. There is a lot of tension going on between TJ, who looks real uncomfortable in this mining town, his ex-miner, Sarah, who tells him it's his own fault for leaving like he did, James A. Janice, who seems to be pretty controlling and insecure about Sarah now that TJ's returned, breathing heavily in his mining mask during a classic early only fans POV shot. He watches Mabel work on dance decorations, then leaves her a gift while she's in. Man, I love miners. FBI, open up! No! This is the kind of interesting character stuff that makes me really enjoy this movie. You get the prodigal son aspect of TJ's character and a murky love miners triangle played realistically. For instance, the next day, Sarah's chatting to her friend Patty about how both dudes kind of suck. Mayor orders the dance canceled. Newbie locks up Union Hall and tells the kids that come Valentine's Day, Valentine Bluffs will essentially be the town from Footloose. No kinky dance is allowed. Man, I love miners. And after work, TJ goes into town and friggin' Sarah.
Will you stop this? I don't want to go with you. Are you listening to me?
Nope. Okay, dude. Pretty sure kidnapping miners is a felony here in the States, but maybe things are different up at miners. And they have a heartfelt conversation about how he was too ashamed to write their miners shit out west. Or the kids have the bright idea to have a Valentine's Day party in place of the canceled dance. TJ offers up his father's mine as a location, and the others think that's a great idea. Happy warns them against it, but TJ's all like, shut the fuck up! Happy heads to the mining facility, drunk on his own wares, and sets up a little pickaxe prank to get back at the miner bros for making fun. This dude Dave heads to the kitchen to grab a snack. It's no big deal that he's our next victim, with the mining gear-clad killer grabbing him by the head and shoving his face deep into miners.
Do you mind? I have my own mouth, thank you.
Now we're in the locker room area where John is making out with another miner to go get some beers. Slasher setup for miner him alone. Patty wants to fuck Hollis, Howard, and I'm sorry, I didn't for miners, but come along anyway so we can get a couple more kids. Man, I love miners. Going down to the mine does seem like a pretty fun time. It's like an underground roller coaster, just like the kind I'd always try to for miners. Making Roller Coaster Tycoon until the game told me those rides were too intense for the kids. Have some hanky-panky for miners.
Harry Warden, he's here! Everybody get the fuck out!
And everyone does get the fuck out. TJ tries the phone but finds the line cut. Then he tells Axel about their miners underground. Hollis leads Sarah, Howard, and Patty out of the mine. They hear some lights breaking behind them. They can't see it. James Agent Ethan is going on a rampage, busting out lights to get things nice and spooky for the third act. The group runs into TJ, who tells them James Agent Ethan is back and they're gonna be in trouble. This winds up going the right way since he finds the miners dead. They're lying there with a big old bit impaled straight through the both of them. James Agent Ethan shows up and loads a nail into a nail gun that he then puts to Hollis's head and shoots. But it's gonna take more than a poke in the head to put down this old dog. James Agent Ethan loads another nail into the gun, puts it back up to Hollis's head again, and fires a second time. But it's gonna take more than a poke in the head to put down this old dog. Two of them are joined by Axel, who says it's time to go. No more fun for miners. They make it back to the minecart when the murderer shows up, ready to mine their bodies. For miners, they have the matchup we've always wanted to see. Pickaxe versus pickaxe, and the fight leads the two of them and Sarah into a little side room that looks like it has a few too many load-bearing pillars. How about you guys take care of that for us? Thanks! James Agent Ethan eventually gets the better of TJ, but before he can take this knife and do the damn thing, Sarah leaps up and unmasks him to find out that it's James Agent Ethan, of fucking course. TJ asks why, and we're treated to a flashback where it's revealed that Axel zones him out long enough for Tej to hit him with a rock, and then the room starts collapsing in on them. TJ and Sarah make it out safely right as Newbie and Co arrive, and TJ tells his dad and Newbie that the killer wasn't Harry Warden, it was James Agent Ethan. The rescue mission finds James Agent Ethan in the wreckage and yell that he's alive. So Sarah runs back to see him for whatever reason. When she goes to touch his though, he grabs her. Surprising given that he's actually cutting that with a knife. Dude, you gotta wait at least 100 odd hours to resort to that shit. They pull his out and watch James Agent Ethan gallops away into the mine, laughing crazily and telling Sarah to be his bloody miner. You didn't watch this to hear the Ballad of Harry Warden, you watched it to see people get killed and their bodies tallied up. So let's check our work and get to the numbers. Fuck me, aw. 16 people died in My Bloody Valentine. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill. For miners, a lot of great deaths in this movie. For miners, he's actually made me yell aloud when that pickaxe came out through his eye socket. Dull machete for lamest kill will go to young adults. Man, I love miners.